Please, for God's sake, like, follow, and transpire with. No, like, follow, and I should have
conspire with.
Oh,
Perspire.
Don't do that, because you could be put in a place with that neat little sweater with your arms tying back.
Ooh, I love those. They're so warm.
You do. Yes, you do. But you're kind of. Anyway, please like, subscribe, and/or follow. This is true, really. Because you probably already do. But if you would share that with other people, say, here, I listen to it on fill in the blank. Like if it's Apple Podcast or Anchor FM, tell them whichever one you listen to, and say when you watch it, you'll love it. These guys are hilarious. Like, subscribe, and/or follow it. And then after they do that, please yank them away from their computer before they change your mind.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
20-year-old Hannah had been talking to a man on Tinder for a few weeks before meeting up for a first date.
Oh, Hannah.
The date was going well, and the man talked about losing his previous girlfriend. See, he told Hannah she had died from cancer and how he was struggling with grief. The evening took an unusual turn at that point when the man suddenly bolted for the bathroom at the restaurant. Hannah turned around and was stunned to see the dead ex her date had shown her. Turns out she wasn't dead as reported and had 2 children with him.
Was she actually an ex?
The ex thought he had been working overtime to support them. Methinks words were exchanged.
Oh, I'm thinking more that pots, pans, dishes, cutlery.
Yeah, and he earned it all.
Small vehicles.
What a jerk.
Idiot. And the best part is Hannah was feeding her the stuff to throw.
Here, I'll help you.
In Port St. Lucie.
Right? Okay.
It's not St. Lucie, is it?
I have no idea.
In Florida.
Well, I wouldn't know
these things. You're a man of the world.
Yes, I am.
Anyway, 45-year-old James Williams faces multiple battery charges after an incident at a hotel in Key West, according to a Fox News story.
Okay.
Williams and 3 friends. Oh.
Here we go. And they're in Florida.
The problem is whenever you get males together,
they're idiots.
The stupidest idea looks like genius. And the more stupidest, the better. Williams and 3 friends were on vacation and things got a little ugly, according to the Monroe County Sheriff's officers. Oh, no. Apparently it wasn't just guys. One of the women in the party passed out. So Williams, being, chivalrous, was transporting her back to the hotel room in a wheelbarrow, pouring beer on her and berating her on the way. Okay, I would pay money to see that video.
This would be interesting.
Yeah. The other man in the group became angry and a fight ensued. How chivalrous, standing up for her honor. During which, and we quote the report, Williams pushed the male victim to the ground and began choking him. The male victim stated that Williams bit part of his ear off while the others were trying to separate them. Evander Holyfield said he did not see Mike Tyson there. Neither did the police. But everyone wondered. But Mike's a little old for that now. He probably has dentures. And how do you bite teeth? You can't bite a hunk of ear off with dentures.
He still sounds funny.
Yeah, but he always sounded funny.
Yeah. Even
before the ear biting incident and the weirdness that followed and those weird tattoos. Oh,
the Dorchester Polo Lounge, based on a rooftop in Mayfair's Park Lane, has come under fire from social media users recently, complaining about the unreasonably expensive bread basket. What's in the basket?
Those are always free, and they just hike the other prices up to cover it.
That's what everybody was saying. What's in the basket, you might well ask?
Bread?
No, a sea salt pretzel, butter brioche, and a garlic cheese baguette. 16 pounds.
Holy buckets, Batman. That's
outrageous.
You would have to be Bruce Wayne to avoid.
Exactly.
Well, maybe Tony Stark. I mean, come on.
Outraged by the prices.
Yes, I only know fake millionaires or superheroes. Shut up.
Outraged. I say outraged by the prices diners took to social media.
Now we're to Bruce Banner and the Hulk.
One, he said, hoped he could, quote, take the baker home with me for that price.
Nope, I'm going back to Tony Stark.
A man who worked in the bread business said it isn't just the Dorchester charging outrageous sums on the staple food, adding that the markup on breads were comparable to those on wines. And if you know that dirty little secret,
That's a big deal.
that is a
What's the word? Cha-ching, I think, is the word I'm looking for.
Exactly. Someone else commented on the menu in general. The bread basket is 16 pounds. The salads start at 28 pounds.
Salads?
Yes. A bowl of pasta is 38 pounds and a steak is 135 pounds. Oh, and by the way, there was a 7 times markup on wine.
I'm never eating out again.
Well, I'm never going to Dorchester.
True. Well, it's in England, right?
Yes, as far as I know.
Yeah, British cuisine is so relished worldwide. Yeah, go ahead, Patrick. Write that one. Milford, Maine has been fighting a problem. For several weeks, they've had this problem. It's one you don't want, rats.
Ooh.
But the possible solution came to light during a select board meeting on August 3rd. According to the Bangor Daily News, Fire Chief Josh Mailman.
Not seriously.
Fire Chief Mailman.
He missed his calling.
Milford, Maine is probably a small town.
He should drive for Amazon.
He's a fire chief, and anyway, according to Fire Chief Josh Mailman, the town health officer and assistant fire chief Chris Leopold, who was a conductor back in the day, not for the train, but
No.
Bugs Bunny knew him, discovered that one resident had been providing a veritable feast for the wildlife in her backyard. A pile of corn and sunflower seeds 20 feet wide and about a foot deep. You should be really grateful that all you have a problem with are rats. A neighbor installed a game camera near the pile and found that along with deer, coyotes, and bears, a lot of rats were visiting the spread. Go figure. Griffin Dill.
Of the
There's a
pickle
there's
dills?
a pickle joke to make there somewhere, but I'm going to try and avoid it.
Okay.
Griffin
How about
Dill.
a cucumber joke?
And that'd be better.
Thank you.
An integrated pest management professional at the University of Maine explained they're in quite a pickle. Okay, I had to.
Good Lord.
If there's one person who's not keeping up their end of the bargain in fighting rats community-wide, the problem is going to be an immense challenge. To which everyone would say at this point, no, duh.
Mm-hmm.
The generous feeder may be asked to pay for the removal of the pile, but their actions don't technically appear to break any laws. So I would suggest to approach her with smiley faces and a good attitude, because otherwise you could have rats at the yin yang for a long time.
Well, boy, I'll tell you, you'll have
if you
vermin
Google
everywhere.
yin yang, that'll explain it.
Yeah, sure.
Of course, why you'd want to.
This is true, really news. Send email to TiTR@netradio.network.